This is day 201 of startup, and I'm super frustrated with myself. I'm super frustrated with my inaction, and I have boiled it down, narrowed it down to because of my frugality. I realized that I've never learned to do any kind of financial planning in my entire life because I just improvised with a simple Indian value system that only spend money when you really need to, and that worked well for my personal life. It's a very long term, I don't know what kind of thinking it is, but it does help. It helps me make a lot of savings and now have that freedom to actually do the startup. But looks like it's not working or the best strategy for business because I think startup is all about taking risk and growing very fast. And when I really try to save money as much as possible, I've actually sacrificed that speed. For example, we decided, me and my co-founder, that a lot of these machine learning software that we want to try, open source projects, they require a lot of time to set up. So we decided that we will, instead of setting it up on my personal computer, which is also a little bit more problematic because these libraries are more, instructions are always for Linux and I have a Mac. So we just thought that we can take a remote AWS machine and just set up things there, and it will also be easy to share it with other developers. So my co-founder, if I set it up and spend a certain amount of time in setting it up, my co-founder doesn't have to set it up again. He can just log into that machine and use my setup and any other member we add in the team later on. So it was a cool idea, but of course to get a machine we have to rent out a machine from AWS, and we decided it was fine. But then I realized that I can get some credits using Antler. Antler has a perk section in the website where I was a member of the cohort, so I can avail those perks and get some AWS and DigitalOcean credits of around $5,000 each, in fact, and also some OpenAI credits of around $2,000. So I thought, why not get that? That will be speed up. That will actually be the right time to get those credits. But as I applied for those credits, I was required to get now website and also a domain, email, a business email, which is not a generic email with Gmail or with Yahoo, whatever. So yeah, now I went to see the websites. All the AI domains are very expensive to buy, plus then you have to pay for the email provider. So AI domains usually cost around $150 to $200 a year. So I thought, okay, now of course we need to buy these domains to proceed, but here's where my frugality kicked in. Really, are we ready to buy these domain name? What if I change my product? What if I change my product name? Because we are at the point where we are not even sure that we might be doing this product. What if with further feedback as we go to get the paid customers, we realize that either the people are not interested to pay for it, it was good as an idea but not for paying, or they do not want to pay enough that it will be sustainable. So all of these questions are still not answered, and should we wait for that answer before we buy this domain? So yeah, that's what my co-founder suggested, that we can wait for a month before we get this domains and get these credits. But then last 5 days, I've realized that this open source AI tools is exactly the most important thing that I need to do now, and it's completely blocked because of my frugality. And what is the I can do, of course, a lot of other things on the side, read more about things, wait for the proof to come, or just work on the non-technical side to reach out to more people. But I believe that everything should go forward in parallel. So yeah, I think, long story short, I know I have completely blocked myself in the corner, and there's no progress on the technical side because of this. And I realize the problem is really to have a more healthy way of, a more smart way of thinking about money, And I think that comes with some kind of financial planning with startups. I need to really be able to judge, like, of course I cannot just make decisions haphazardly that will leave me with no money very soon. I've heard a lot of stories about that. But then what is the right way to really decide whether this money is well spent or not? Yeah, I'm still struggling with these things, but anyways, these are my thoughts for today. As far as present crisis of this getting the credits and getting technical AI stuff rolling, I found a simpler solution for now. It's cheaper solution, which is to not get a domain name with a product name, but instead a more generic domain name. In fact, we registered our company as Binomial Inc. So Binomial, we knew that we will not name the actual website Binomial. It is just a company name, but we wanted this company name to be generic so that we can launch multiple products under this banner over the years. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Instead of naming the website on product, I will for now get a website for the company, and maybe that will not be used for long, so that will be around $50 lost. But I need to just start spending at least something. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm resolved. Today I'm going to register a domain name on a variation of my company name